I could always tell when someone was lying. It's a strange gift, knowing the truth no one wants to admit. But with her, the lies were different. They weren't meant to protect her, or even hide her. They were meant to keep me under her spell, and God help me, I let her. She had this way of looking at me, eyes shimmering with some secret only she knew, just before brushing past, close enough that her perfume would cling to me for hours. I'd feel it on my skin like heat. That night, the house was loud with music and the hum of drunken conversation. She was inside, laughing with him, another him. Just one more in the constellation of admirers she kept in orbit, pulling them closer until they burned. Melinda, my wife, she thrived on attention. Not just mine, any man's. It was part of our understanding, though I never admitted to anyone how much it twisted inside me. I told people I was fine with it, that it was an arrangement. That I didn't care, but I cared. God, I cared too much. That night, the party was in full swing. Laughter, clinking glasses, the music humming in the background. I was on the patio, nursing a drink, when I saw her again, not just with him, on him. Her hand on his chest, leaning in to whisper something I would never hear, but could imagine all too well. I told myself to look away. I told myself I'd seen it before. But my fingers tightened around the glass until it almost shattered. Then she caught my eyes and smiled. That smile wasn't for love, it was a dare. When he slipped out the back door to take a call, I followed him. Not immediately, just long enough for him not to notice. He was pacing by the side gate, his voice low but hurried. I caught words, her name, a promise, something about leaving soon. That's when I knew. Later, as the party began to thin, I found her in the kitchen, swirling the last of her wine. She didn't flinch when I asked where he'd gone. She just smiled, that soft, sharp smile. Why, you miss him already, she teased. My answer was a smirk that didn't reach my eyes. She was playing a game. I was about to change the rules. The next morning, the news spread like smoke, fast and choking. He was gone. No one knew how. Drowned, they said. In the shallow end of the pool, my pool, people whispered. I listened, and she didn't even blink. Later, I found myself in the kitchen with him, her new friend. We talked about music, work, the weather. Normal things, but I watched his hands. They shook slightly when I mentioned the river, how deep it ran this time of year. And when I said, casually, it's amazing how quickly someone can disappear under the surface, he didn't know whether to laugh or leave. We didn't talk about it, we just went on as if nothing had happened. Dinner parties, walks in town, her little flirtations with strangers. And me, smiling at the right moments, the perfect picture of a devoted husband. But under it all, I could feel something shifting. Like we were standing on a frozen lake, hearing the first cracks echo underfoot. Weeks later, there was another one, taller, louder, more obvious in his intentions. She didn't even bother hiding it from me this time. They danced in front of me at a friend's house, her hands on his shoulders, his mouth too close to her neck. I watched, quiet, patient, waiting for the right moment. That moment came in the rain. He offered to walk her home. I joined them halfway down the street, my sudden appearance making him stutter a greeting. We walked together, the air thick with tension. When we reached the bridge, I leaned over to admire the river, invited him to do the same. The current was fast that night, cold, relentless. One slip, and the river took him. I didn't even need to push hard. That's the thing about drowning. The first few moments are panic. After that, it's almost peaceful. I can't tell you the exact moment I decided to do something about it. Maybe it was when I saw her in the pool with him, laughing, water shimmering against her skin. Maybe it was when he called me buddy. Maybe it was when I realized she wanted me to react, so I did. One moment we were standing there, waist deep in the pool. The next, my hand was on his shoulder, pushing him under. His eyes widened, bubbles rushing to the surface, his hands clawing at mine. Then came the last one, the one who didn't scare easily. The one who looked at me like he already knew my secrets. She brought him around like a trophy, testing me, waiting for me to break, but I didn't. I smiled. I welcomed him in, and I watched. It happened at the cliffs. We'd gone there for the view, the three of us. She walked ahead, pretending to take photos. He and I lingered near the edge, the ocean roaring below. He said something, some thinly veiled threat about knowing things that could ruin me. I stepped closer, my voice low. Then you'd better be careful. The wind was strong enough to cover the sound when he slipped. We drove home in silence. She stared out the window the whole way. That night, she poured me a drink and set it in front of me. Our eyes met. No words, no accusations, just understanding. People think love is about trust. They're wrong. Love is about who you're willing to destroy for it. And in that moment, looking at her across the table, I knew we were going to destroy a lot more than just each other.